That's right. Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And Mickeyfan.
And welcome to the recap podcast for So You Want to Be an Imagineer, Season 18, Project 9. Happy birthday to you. Mickeyfan, you had such high hopes for this one, buddy.
I was so excited for this, especially after the Broadway project.
So, this is a decent project, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I kind of saw this coming. I kind of saw Mickeyfan's dreams being crushed. I was like, all right,
I
this
saw I saw
kid...
my dreams being crushed as I read through the brainstorming thread. Like
God.
if you saw me reading through the brainstorming thread, you could see my face. You could see me going from super excited to just, oh no,
Oh no!
oh
Oh no! Oh god. To be fair, I don't think it's a bad project, but I do
no.
think the end result is one of the more middle of the road ones we've seen, and it might be the second most middle of the road project after the dark rides, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And God, the dark rides, Mickeyfan, that was my version of that experience, all right? So I hear ya. The dark ride, I was just like, God damn it, they're passing up so
The
many good
feeling.
IPs.
You know the
Yogi
feeling.
Bear! Yogi Bear! All right, I'm done. Out of all the freaking IPs, you chose Yogi Bear. I'm still not over that. Anyways, oh god, and an IP that was like basically like, hey, season 9, we're gonna open it up with the big Animaniacs project. It's a big iconic project to open up season 9 with. Oh, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go on a rant here. Anyways, okay.
The Animaniacs project was really fucking good.
It is. I think your analogy of like a really good steak with ketchup on top of it is great.
I'm so proud of that. Hello, Goofy.
Yogi seemed like a good idea at the time. I don't see how, Goofy. I don't see how. I will never like back down on this. My dislike for Yogi Bear runs pretty deep. My favorite thing about the entire Yogi Bear franchise is that I think Justin Timberlake as Boo Boo was solid casting.
What do you have against picnic baskets, Tiki?
All right. It's the only joke. It's the only joke. Anyways, oh god. All right. So where do you want to start with this one?
Let's start with our nominees because we had some disagreement amongst the judges about who to eliminate.
Okay, now in the end, I want to say I ultimately do, like, I'm really glad we went with who we went with. Yes. Because Gamer Princess, doesn't seem to take it hard at all. Definitely, like, I was so relieved about that. Well done on your end, Gamer Princess. Stay classy. Yes. And I think that they were one of the more memorable cast members this season.
Absolutely. And the fact that they went out at 9th place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fact that they
considering all the real world stuff that was going on with them, and the fact that they did struggle with IP with projects that they weren't familiar with, I think they did make a big dent.
Absolutely, and that's nothing to sniff at. But yeah, Gamer Princess, you are amazing if you are watching. We hope to see you around. If you like a prompt, let us know you want to guest judge.
Oh yeah. All right, Goofy Yuck Yuck says we should have just done a Justin Timberlake Dark Ride. Goofy Yuck Yuck, I'm gonna put it this way. If NSYNC had an animated show, that would have been a better choice than Yogi Bear.
Oh.
All right,
can you imagine?
Because at least that would have been 90s, like a what the fuck, like unconventional. I'm sorry, go ahead. Late 90s animated NSYNC show.
Like, can you just imagine the sheer late 90s awfulness that would be an NSYNC animated?
Oh my god, I want to pitch that now. Because, okay, Mickeyfan, I'm gonna make a confession. I'm gonna make. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm going to say this on air. When I was a kid, I actually kind of liked NSYNC. I thought they were catchy, all right? I thought they were catchy.
You know what I have to say to that, Tiki?
What?
Bye, bye, bye.
Oh, God. I don't know. To be fair, I do think out of all the boy bands, they have probably the most raw talent among them.
Probably.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, what would an animated NSYNC show be like? Would it be like their secret agents or something like that? That's what I'm picturing.
Exactly what I was about to say.
Oh, God. And of course, Joey is like the fat comic relief, and all right. Oh,
All right.
New Horizons Joker says, I bought NSYNC's last album. Granted, I was 5. I bought one of their albums too. I'm not sure if it's the same album you're talking about, but I do remember buying at least one. All right.
All right.
Okay. So
let's get into this project.
wait. We have to talk about Dash.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Dash.
So go ahead.
Big save.
Oh yeah.
And one that I think is very clearly paying off. First impressions of the project of the next round.
Yeah, the move to become project leader. That's how I respect it so much. And
the fire is under the ass.
Joker, we are album buddies, I think. I think we are. I'm amazed this never came up in our conversations.
What point would your conversations move into NSYNC?
Because me and Jokers actually talked a lot about music when we were becoming friends. So
fair enough.
All right. We actually had a music podcast back in the day where like I'd recommend an album and he'd recommend an album and we'd be like sharing, musical tastes.
That's adorable.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah.
Let's see. You're in the top 5, Evan. You're in the top 5. Come on now. You're easily top 5 material, buddy.
The return of Tiki Friendgate.
Oh, God, no. Oh, God. No, my top 5 has to be Garrett, Rob, Evan, Jacob, and Ezra. It's got to be, because those are the 5 I talk to the most. I'm sorry, everyone else. I've also met up with all 5 of them in real life multiple times, all right? All right? Wow.
Tiki Friendgate returns. That's all I'm going to say to that.
All right. Anyways, yeah, so Dash volunteering to be team leader, it's paying off.
Big move.
I see no reason why he's going to be eliminated at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I think he pretty much just bought himself a ticket into the final 6.
Yeah, basically, I think that as long as he does not drop the ball, Dash, you are safe. Don't fuck it up.
Goofy Yuck Yuck, he says, I love that you've actually got real rankings and it's not just a joke. I mean, what can I say, Goofy Yuck Yuck? The 5 I mentioned are my podcast inner circle, all right? That's been my inner circle for at least the past 6 or 7 years. So
I'm just in the outer circle.
You're working your way in there. Once we meet in person, you'll seal yourself into the fold. All right.
All right.
That's what's keeping Pi out of the top 5, buddy. I was in Orlando. For over a week, but did you make the effort to drive out? No.
But let's get into this wonderful steak slathered in ketchup of a project.
It's a fine ketchup, though.
It's a decent ketchup. It's not
the best ketchup. It's not the best ketchup, but it's a fine ketchup. All right.
Yeah, that's honestly my point blank opinion of this project. There is so much in here that I love that kind of got overshadowed by things I really didn't.
Oh boy.
We'll get into it.
Well, I'm part of a cabal. Jesus Christ. Yeah, kind of. If you want to look at it like that. But the thing about you, Evan, is that you're the founding member, all right? So you have membership for life. Like, Evan actually started the channel for me because I didn't have a phone that could text at the time, so he built the channel.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, no, like it was just me and him for a long time. Like Rob and Garrett would pop in from time to time, but we ran that channel for the first year or two, I think. Anyways, so I just want to state for the record that I was very disappointed in the lack of little things.
Absolutely. That was part of my big issues. No.
This is a checklist of new additions. It's not. There's
Yes.
no real cohesiveness to it.
Yeah, and that was genuinely part of the challenge. And you guys had this awesome this awesome idea of centering the celebration around storytelling. And I really didn't get any of that.
All right, I just want to address this. Oh my God, Goofy. Oh man.
Goofy.
Steak
What the
and
fuck?
ketchup?
What the
No.
fuck?
Just
Not even
no.
thick sauce, ketchup.
I'm just like I'm reading this and the foodie in me is just horrified. I'm sorry. That is oh God. Right, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, but like I'm just like oh God. Oh God.
A bad cut of meat that was cooked as best as it could be, but needed ketchup to help the flavor. You're not helping yourself there, jokers.
I love that we're simpatico on the ketchup and meat thing. To me, it's just like, I mean, I don't even mind ketchup with hot dogs. I know some people are really big on that, but ketchup and steaks, just no.
I'm not a huge ketchup fan. At most, I'll have it with fries, and that's about it.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, Goofy, I'm sorry. I don't mean to shame your food habits. I'm just I'm a big
Not even
foodie. I
his
take
food
my
habits,
food
his
very
mom's
seriously.
food habits.
Right. That's me saying I didn't like the prop. Yeah, Mickeyfan, I'm sorry. Sorry, buddy. This is a learning experience for you, dude.
Yeah.
You know, when multiple people say that it's not the greatest idea for the prompt, maybe it's not the greatest idea for a prompt.
I thought it was a good idea. Maybe I did need to have that learning experience.
All right.
All right. Let's get into this prompt, or let's get into this project.
Mm-hmm.
First things first. Those logos, though.
Oh yeah.
I think that was Monty.
Oh man. The thing about this season is like this final 8 is we have to eliminate 2 people. How are we going to do that?
I know, right?
Jesus Christ. Anyways, but yeah, you're right. The logos are fantastic. Even with the logos being fantastic, though, I do think this project fell a little bit flat in terms of the multimedia elements.
Yeah.
Because for an anniversary thing, like there's a lot more you could have done with it. I would have liked to have seen. I would have liked to have seen some more video. I would have liked to have seen more concept art.
Yeah.
They had like an original music composition, but but I'd like to see maybe some lyrics with that. You know, I don't know. Just they should have played around with it a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that no, not to keep digging myself into this hole, but I think that this prompt could have been worded better on my part because I was the one who wrote it. But no, also like, you know, this is this is a very hard challenge.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
like, and you kind of need to figure out your game plan and run with it from the get-go.
Yeah, and it took him a couple days to decide on Disneyland Paris. You were
Yeah.
horrified when, yeah, I'm not even gonna disguise this. You were horrified that they were gonna go with WDW.
I was not horrified. I was dreading it.
It was your Yogi Bear.
It was my Yogi Bear, yes.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm glad they shifted gears, but I don't know. Like I said, I honestly thought that Tiki wrote the prompt and there was a misunderstanding. All right. I don't know. Wait, so where do you want to? Oh, hey Nigel, how you doing?
Nigel,
How you
and
doing,
I'm pretty
Pixie?
sure
Nice
that's
to see
Pix.
everyone. Yeah, how you doing, Pix? All right. Where do you want to like? What do you want to? Let's highlight the pros first, and then we can get into the cons.
That night parade.
Best part of the project for sure.
Absolutely.
That like if the whole project was like that, I don't think we'd be having issues.
Yes, I think that, this was 100% the kind of stuff I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
That, and I loved just the concepts of those floats and even some of the throwbacks. I'm not sure if they were intentional or not, but the Steamboat Willie float, that was the opening float of a parade that ran for like almost a decade at Paris.
Nice.
And just stuff like that. And additionally, like this is kind of pitched as a night parade, but honestly, I could see them pulling to Disneyland and running this twice a day.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very good all around. Definitely had a good flow to it. I liked the variety and scale of the different floats. That
Yes.
was one of the things I
Yes.
really liked about it because it wasn't just all big show-stopping floats, but that made it flow together all the better.
Yeah.
All right.
And and on that note, I think also the Play Disney, I think that was one of the few extra little things in
Right.
here that I really liked.
That was good. Yeah, I wish there was more stuff like that to be sure, but
I really wish that that Prospero went in a bit more into stuff like decorations and costumes and all that.
Yeah, because I'm going to reiterate what I keep saying about the Disneyland 50th, because I still think that was the goddamn best anniversary that Disney's ever done, as far as I'm concerned. All the little stuff. They didn't need to have a golden ride vehicle in practically every fucking ride, but they did.
Yeah.
They did. They didn't need to have mosaics all across the park. They didn't need to put the work into putting that together, but they did. Oh, man. They didn't need to have the class of 55 dedications. They didn't need any of that stuff. But I will always remember the vibe of the 50th, how proud I was to be there during that time period. I will always remember that through the little things that they did with the 50th. And I will cherish those memories, man. Those are some of my best Disney memories.
Yeah, and same for me. I absolutely remember the 50th. And then I also remember being in Paris for the 25th and seeing just how amazing everything looked in that awesome blue and silver color scheme that spread throughout the entire park, and just how much they made the park sparkle, and like it was the stuff like that I remembered. I mean, Stars on Parade and Mickey and the Magician and all those were great, but no, I remember the little things that much more.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right. Any other pros?
Um, not quite
Oh
a
God.
pro, not quite a pro, but something I
Oh
would like to
no.
put a spotlight on as, it was a good job, was the Disney Studios parade.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
I liked what they did with Toontown. I thought it was different
Yeah.
enough from what we usually get with Toontown.
Absolutely. I think that, Toontown was a wonderful project that just did not belong in this prompt.
Yeah, 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 exactly. I agree. Now, what do you think, importantly, what do you think of the Space Mountain one? Because
I
that was
think
Dash Haber's like sole contribution, and
yes.
that did kind of save him in the end.
Yeah, I think that the difference between Toontown and Space Mountain was Toontown was updating updating a classic ride and one that Disneyland Paris fans love, one that Disney Park fans love, and it was updating that and giving the that TLC that's needed for a while.
Hmm.
Um, whereas Toontown was basically a whole new land.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. And then I think I was a little bit too harsh on this on my feedback because, like Ace said, it was just kind of them being realistic with stuff like the Frozen Land and
Yeah,
the Avengers Campus. I just don't really even think they needed to be mentioned, to tell you the truth.
no,
What are your opinions about that?
I really
Because
don't
I
think
mean,
they
he
needed to
he
be.
agreed because he says that they're realistic, and I agree.
Yeah,
But frankly, they're filler. You don't want
yeah,
filler in a project.
exactly.
So yeah, that was the big problem with it.
I think I think that Toontown and the basically the checklist of previously announced editions were kind of what brought this down for me.
Uh, all right. What else do you
And
want to get into?
um, you know, I wish that there was more on the merchandise. I wish we got kind of a bit more of a concept there. Um, and I wish that they went more into the seasonal editions.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, you know, I don't know if you pay attention to Paris, but I certainly do. And like they have just been off the charts with with these special seasons, like they had Pirates and Princesses, they have a freaking iconic Halloween season. They have their amazing Christmas season. They have the jungle season during the summer. They have all of those, and I wanted to see what this team would kind of do with that and see where they would go with it.
Uh-huh. Nice.
And unfortunately, I was a bit let down.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, just a lot of scattered ideas overall, I think.
Uh, I you know, really good steak slathered in ketchup.
God.
That's my biggest takeaway here.
All right. I think that's yeah, like we're pretty much just repeating the same points at this point,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
basically. Now let's get
So,
back to Tiki Friend Gate
oh God, what do
because
you
I
want to
know
know?
everyone's here for that.
Well, literally, I'm an open book. I swear to God. Ask me away. I don't give a shit. Anyways, so the Great Literature Ride is my most anticipated project of the season, bar fucking none.
Honestly, this entire stretch from the merge to the semifinals is one I've been really excited for.
Hmm. The semifinals is going to be really interesting. That prompt is definitely going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
Um, Next prompt, all I can say to the prompt after after Great Literature Ride, all I can say to it is it's going to be like a smaller prompt, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then the final project is something that we've never done before, and something that I don't know if anyone in the Armchair Imagineering community has really done all that much of.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. They don't know what you're talking about, but I know what you're talking about.
Right. So.
Yeah, but Great Literature Ride. What are your somewhat first impressions?
Needs more Gatsby. That's my first impressions. Yeah. Guys, that's going to be my freebie. Gatsby. It's just, it's just like it's calling for a theme park scene too, with the Big Bang and everything, or the Big Bang, Jesus Christ, with the big band element of it all, and oh man, just Gatsby's party, Gatsby's mansion. Please do it, please.
Yeah. And if we're getting freebies, I've already given mine in the brainstorming thread, but seriously, do not stick to the Western canon. I want to see more beyond the Western canon.
You're more strict about that than I am, since I've studied the Western canon. I've taken a bunch of American Lit classes, so
I'm a nerd. I want
to. I'm a nerd for American Lit. What do you want me to tell you?
I love American Lit, but I also love Chinese Lit and Japanese Lit and Korean Lit, and
I'm just saying I don't want classics like Gatsby to be left by the wayside.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
Just give me that nice even balance.
Also, this is going to be the challenge one. Like, I would be fucking super impressed if they pulled this off, all right? It's another one of my favorite books. I'm just going to drop it. Fucking Watership Down.
I don't know how you would.
I don't know either, but... Oh, God. Gatsby curves the coward. Two of those three might be true, honestly. Because I think Gatsby is the greatest novel ever written. I'm one of those people. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I think it's fucking perfect.
It's certainly up there.
It's perfect. I've read it so many times. I can't find any fault with it. It's just from beginning to end. It's just so tightly told, and it was made in like the fucking 30s, 20s, right, 20s, yeah. So man, it's just as relevant now as it was then. I mean, it's just. Right. New Horizons is like absolutely not.
One more freebie from me.
Yeah.
Fucking Discworld.
All right.
Give me that Discworld scene.
Oh no. Really? Really?
I want to see Death in a theme park ride.
All right, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Look, I like what I like, all right? Like, I love The Great Gatsby. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm sure it is.
You guys all suck. You guys all suck. It was perfect. It's a perfect novel through and through.
It is pretty perfect. I'll be honest. It is one of my favorite books.
Joker, I mentioned it and it was ignored. Blame everyone else. All right. That's right. Nigel, yeah, the Great Gatsby is not an inherently adult novel, first of all. I mean, it's got adult themes in it, but there's a reason why it's a high school standard.
Yeah.
And secondly...
Some of the shit I had to read for high school was...
Oh, man, I had to... I don't even want to... Oh, God, I had to read about... It was like a book about, like, oh, God, source subject matter that is inappropriate for this podcast, and that tells you something.
One of my high school required readings was The Kite Runner, and if you have ever read that, you would understand how fucked up that is. I mean, awesome book. Awesome book. Like,
all right. What about the gratuitous scenes?
Please no gratuitous sex scenes in the
Yeah,
Great
to be fair,
Ride.
there's really, and honestly, from what I remember about the novel, there's really not a lot of gratuitous sex scenes in the novel either, to tell
There
you
are
the
no
truth.
gratuitous sex scenes in the novel.
Yeah, and the whole core theme of the novel is not about sex at all. It's about longing and about, like, anyways.
Nick Carraway
Eyes
is
of
in
T.
love with Jay Gatsby.
Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, he kind of is. He kind of is.
No, kind of about it. He's flat out in love with Jay Gatsby. Nick Carraway is gay for Jay Gatsby.
All right, all right. As far as like what you can do with it, like I mentioned the big party and everything. That's an obvious theme park go to for a Great Gatsby attraction. If not that, then for fuck's sake, at least throw the eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckelberg in there somewhere, even as a cameo. Come on, it's a fucking billboard.
It would be an awesome transition. I'm just gonna throw that out.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Anyways.
Joker's second use of the Kama Sutra.
So let's talk about how goddamn hard this double elimination is going to be.
I do not know who.
I legitimately can't tell you. I legitimately, there's nobody I can think of.
We, might have to pull something out of our back pocket to make this easier.
Maybe. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. I just want to say for the record that 3 of the final 8 are like really, really like Sharon and Susan too, but I feel like for some reason Sharon and Susan kind of has more of an air of experience than these other 3. I'm not saying that as a disrespect. I'm just saying she's a little bit more poised in her approach to the game. Right. But the 3 I want to highlight are Nigel, Monty, and Goofy Yuck Yuck, because all 3 of them came in the game. I knew absolutely nothing about them. I believe both Monty and Goofy Yuck Yuck space recruited at the last minute, so I really didn't know anything about them. And
you are again, the amount of grace that Pix took with this elimination is outstanding.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I am very, very shocked with what we're seeing out of this final 8.
It's crazy. I honestly think I'm still gonna say for the record that I think Outbound is probably the front runner. But
put a target on his back.
Yeah, I know. Nigel will take a page out of my book, get eliminated in return. Joker, you want to drop out so Pigs can come back? Because that's the only way that's going to happen. All right. But seriously, this whole cast, do you want to just run through everybody really quick?
Let's do it.
All right, because I honestly feel like this should be like a new thing that we do with the podcast as we get closer to the end here, because I feel like everyone is like contributing a lot to the table here.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead and get into the Prospero brainstorming thread to see my tags. All right, so Ace Astro, great leader, excellent leadership abilities.
Leader, absolutely. I think that Ace's leadership was one of the biggest redeeming factors of this last project.
I will admit, I think out of the cast, he's one of the people that, I don't necessarily think he's had a wow moment just yet. No. What do you think?
I think that I am waiting for Ace's wow moment.
I think it's coming, and I think he has the potential for it.
Yeah.
And that being said, I do think he is easily one of the most consistent people in the cast, and consistency goes a long way.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so Dash Haber. I think the only way Dash Haber gets eliminated here is if he absolutely fucking drops the ball as team leader, which, from what we've been seeing so far, is not going to happen.
No, Dash has a fire under his ass. I am ready to see what he brings as leader and how he directs this project.
And also who he puts up for nomination, because of
And
course.
also who he puts up for a nomination, because that's going to be hard no matter what.
All right, Goofy Yuck Yuck. Here's a fun fact about Goofy Yuck Yuck. So between all the nominations for PO MVP, when we were in the in the team phase and through this phase, Goofy Yuck Yuck, I'm pretty sure, has had like by far the most nominations. Now, a lot of the times he hasn't actually gotten that PO MVP because because his team lost the project. But there's a number of times his team would lose the project, but he would be nominated for PO MVP.
Yeah.
So I just think Goofy Yuck Yuck is just. I think he's another powerhouse player. If I'm being honest.
Absolutely, I think Goofy was easily the biggest star of this most recent project, and I don't see that being any different with this upcoming project.
Oh God. Okay, hold on. These comments are great. I gotta get. God.
I put that fire there.
Whoever takes the gift shop gets eliminated. That's great. That's great.
I love this cast so much.
I love how Mickey endorses strategic eliminations and Tiki slaps the biggest target ever on Outbound's back. Oh God. I'm just saying who I think the front runners are, all right? And I think this cast is mature enough to not just be like, hey, we need to get Outbound out at all costs. We need to just And honestly, even if you want to get Outbound out, good fucking luck. In all honesty, I'm just saying. Like, good luck finding a nomination that's going to anyways.
Speaking of Outbound, where you at? I don't see you in this brainstorming thread yet.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He does have the secret power, though, so maybe he's holding on to that. I don't know. We'll see.
His time.
Would it be interesting if he just entirely skipped the project and used the secret power?
Don't do that, Outbound.
That would kind of diminish his threat level a little bit.
It would, but it would be a waste of that power.
It would. Although, to be fair, Outbound at this point is so consistent that I honestly don't think he needs the power. I really don't. I really don't think he's even going to use it.
He can donate it.
Ooh, you want him? Ooh, that's interesting. We have to ask him if he wants to. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So who else do we have to get through? I'm sorry, I got totally sidetracked. Joker.
Yeah.
Joker's, I feel like, is on a quest to be another two-time winner, and I think he is playing one of the best follow-up to a winning games I've seen in a long time.
He is trying to play a perfect game.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
And honestly, I think he is playing a perfect. Wait, no, I'm sorry.
He was up for nomination once.
With Nigel, right?
Yeah, with Nigel. It was him or Nigel.
Sorry, Evan, you're not playing a perfect game, bro. I'm sorry.
Near perfect game. Near perfect.
Right. I think you guys should just bribe Outbound for the power. Just oh God. Wait, are you serious about the Yogi Bear thing? Oh God. I believe it. All right.
Oh, Joker's playing a near perfect game. Monty.
Still one of the big wild cards in the cast, but in a good way.
Absolutely. I think that, I never know what Monty's going to come up with. That's my biggest thing. I never know what I'm going to see out of Monty.
And that's great. Because I feel like players that, because honestly, I feel like players that are a little bit like predictable, like let's say for example, Basket Buddy. We know that Basket Buddy. I'm sorry, I don't mean to like throw him under the bus because he's great and he's like a greatest player of all time for sure. But we know that he's the concept art guy. He's got a one-track mind for that kind of stuff. And I think Monty, he kind of excels in a little bit of everything because he does presentation really well. He does writing really well. I think he's got some leadership potential. So, yeah.
Something of a Renaissance man.
Indeed.
And on to Nigel.
I mean, Nigel is just like, of course he's the underdog, I think. He is the season's underdog in the best of ways.
Absolutely. We love an underdog here.
Mm-hmm.
And to go into the exact reverse, Outbound.
Yep. I mean, I don't even want to say anything else. I honestly think he's strategically laying low this round. I honestly think so.
And then Sharon and Susan, who we talked about earlier, but like is playing a really good game. It has some awesome leadership.
Rock solid leadership, rock solid social game in general, I think.
Yeah, I think that Sharon and Susan, kind of has a handle on what this game is all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which it's very rare for a first-time player to.
Oh yeah.
Kind of having that right vibe of, oh yeah, here's what this game is about.
All right, I think that's everyone.
Yep, that's everyone.
Yeah.
All
right.
Rock solid cast. I don't know what else to say.
I know. Pretty great. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been a great podcast. Hashtag TT Friendgate 2020.
Honestly, I think that's the true takeaway of So You Want to Be Imagineer season 18.
Oh God.
Tiki Friendgate.
The fact that the people I've been working the most closely with for the past 7 years and have met up in real life with multiple times are my best friends. Yeah, fine, whatever. All right. See you guys later. Have a good night.
Have a good night.